Hey there, Patriots. So in this video, we are going to talk about our reflections. Our reflection is another type of isometry. It's another type of rigid transformation. So my reflection, oops, that is not what I wanted at all. A reflection is a flip over a line. The easiest word to describe a reflection is right here, the word flip. So here is kind of a visual representation of a reflection. Notice we have a line. Right there is a line. That is my line of reflection. This is the line that I am going to flip my pre-image over to make the image. So my pre-image is going to be where we start. If we start with this shape, this is known as my pre-image. Oops, pre-image. And over here where we ended up, this is my image. Okay, and as always, because this is an isometry, my pre-image will be congruent to the image, meaning all angles and all sides are congruent. All the angles and sides on the left are congruent to all the angles and the sides on the right. So when we flip, we have certain rules that we need to follow. When I do a reflection, so if I say P and R are my pre-images, notice P and R do not have any apostrophes. P prime and R prime, the apostrophe means prime. When you see that apostrophe, the apostrophe means prime. So P prime and R prime are my images. That means here are my pre-images on the left and my images are on the right. That means I am going to start on the left side. I'm going to do a flip, and I will end on the right side. We are going to flip over this line. So line M is my line of reflection. The pre-image and the image are always equidistant from M. What that means, if I was to connect P to P prime, this segment and this segment are congruent. If I connect P, oops, let me change that color. I want it blue. There we go. If I connect R and R prime, those two segments are congruent. The line of reflection intersects the midpoints of those two segments. So if you wanted, what you could do is you could come in here and you could go, these two segments are the same, and these two segments are the same. So P to red is congruent to P prime M prime. Not only do we know those segments are congruent, what we also know is the line of reflection is perpendicular. It makes a right angle with those two segments every single time. So if I flip P over to P prime, it's going to be the same distance just on the other side of the line. So I'm going to hop over the fence and I'm going to land the same distance on the right side that I was on the left side. Well, what if I am on the line? Well, if I am on the line of reflection and I have to flip over, that means P and P prime are the same point. So what if a point is on a line of reflection? The pre-image and image are the same point. That means no movement happened. The reason why no movement happened is if I'm on the fence, I don't jump over the fence. I am the same distance away from the line. So if P is 0 away from the line, P prime has to be that same distance, 0. Okay, like up here, we said R to R prime has to be the same. So let's say I am 6 feet to the left of the line. When I jump on the other side, I again have to be 6 feet. If P is 0 away from the line, P prime is also 0 away from the line. All right, so that's how that works. Now we have some quick rules when we are reflecting. We can reflect in the x-axis. Sometimes you'll see in, or you can see over. So if I'm doing a reflection in or over the x-axis, xy will map onto. This is read as map onto x negative y. So if I am flipping over the x-axis, there's the x-axis. I'm going to flip over the x-axis right here. That's going to be a vertical flip because I'm flipping from top to bottom or bottom to top. So that means x stays the same, y changes signs. And if you don't believe me, pick any point on the grid. I'm going to pick this point right here. Here's my image. Here's my pre-image. And the pre-image is at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this pre-image is at the point 8, 4. Well, when I flip it over the vertical axis, the x-axis, the horizontal axis, it's a vertical flip. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 to the line, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 to the line down here. There's my image. Where's my image? Well, we're 8 to the right, 4 down. X stayed the same, Y changed signs. Well, what if we reflect over the y-axis? Let's reflect over the y-axis, this axis right here. Let me go down a little bit. The rule says xy maps onto negative xy. So this is going to be a horizontal flip. We're going to flip left to right. Horizontal means left and right. Vertical means up and down. X changes sign. Y stays the same. Y-axis, Y stays the same. X-axis, X stays the same. So if we start at our same point, let's go 8, 4. Boom. Yeah. So here's my pre-image again. And we said we are at 8, 4. When we flip this way, you know, over here we flip down. Now we're going to flip to the left. We're not moving up or down. We're only moving to the left, and we're going to move to the left 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep going 8 on the other side because it's got to be the same distance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So here's my image. This is where I ended up. And you can see X now changed signs, Y stayed the same. Now, we don't always flip over X and Y axis. Sometimes we're going to reflect over the line Y equals X. Y equals X is this line right here. Let me change colors, please. Y equals X is the line that goes vertically across my grid like this. It goes through the origin and it just connects opposite corners. So there's the line Y equals X. Let me highlight it. Now my rule for Y equals X says XY becomes YX. So this is going to be a diagonal flip. X and Y are just going to change places. So if we have my pre-image 8, 4 again, here's my pre-image. We're starting at 8, 4. My image is going to flip to this side of the line. 1, 2, 3, 4 up. So it's 4 to the line. Now let's go 4 on the other side of the line. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to show you this when we do the lesson, so don't necessarily worry so much about it. But when we count that point, notice now we only went 4 right, 8 up. So X and Y change places. So my line Y equals negative X, that's also a diagonal line, but this time we go down like that. So there's this, here is my line of reflection. So notice when I do this diagonal flip, not only do X and Y change places, but because it's negative, they also change signs. So if we go back to our point 84, there we go, here's my pre-image. These are just some of my generic rules. I'm going to count to the line. See how far it takes me to get to the line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So now I need to go 12 on the other side of the line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And if you look at this point, we went left 4, down 8, left 4, down 8, and there's my image, just like the rules said it would. Okay, so the 4 big rules that you need to look at. You need to know y over x, just change the position of the y and the x. Y equals negative x, flip the y, the x, change the signs. X-axis, keep x, change the sign on y. Y-axis, keep y, change the sign on x. Those are my generic rules. Now, so quick rule, what if I don't give you the horizontal or the vertical axis? So if I give you a reflection and y equals a number, we're going to flip over a horizontal line. So if I say y equals a number, that's going to be a horizontal line through y. So I'm just going to show you here real quick. So if I say my line is y equals 4, that means I am going to cross the y-axis at 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's this horizontal line. Only cross y at 4. And then there's not really a rule for this. It's just something that you're going to be given a graph for. So just understand that and be able to do it. If I reflecting an x equals a number, this is a vertical line. So for instance, if I was to tell you x equals 4, we are going to cross the x-axis at 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just cross the x-axis. So it's this vertical line that goes up and down, and then we're going to have a horizontal flip. Okay, so it would go all the way down. Boom. So those are the lines I wanted to show you because we will also be reflecting over those lines in today's lesson. So I want to know, were you paying attention in the video? So our bell work for today is I want you to start with XY. And using XY, what would the point look like if I flipped it over Y-axis? I showed you that rule. What if I flip over the X-axis? And then I asked you about my lines Y equals and X equals. So answer those questions, all right? So Patriots, if you have any questions, please let your teacher know. We'll gladly answer them and help you out. And Patriots, we'll see you when we see you.